tell us quick. Tell me again. This is the captain that took me around.
Yes. That creek I will take you.
Yeah.
Okay. You told me that you are here from 79.
Yeah, a long time I've been coming.
79, and you went for a Harbour cruise, yes or no?
No, this is the first cruise, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the best, lovely cruise. Yeah, I enjoy, and very relaxing, very nice.
That's why
What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, okay,
I am
Joe.
telling you, there are two companies,
Yeah.
and they didn't go inside.
Oh, okay. No, it was beautiful when you went in. Thanks a lot, eh?
Okay.
Take care.
Have a nice day.
Be on YouTube anyway. Bye. So that was Joe. I thought I'd catch him on quickly because I wanted to talk to him.
This is my island in the sun.
Hi guys, how you doing? We're gonna go on Luzzu Cruises. There, look. There's the captain. Harbour cruise. 16 euros to go around. It's gonna go. He said it's really choppy, so it's gonna be. We're gonna get some sick bags. Anyway, go on from here. Oh, there's the captain. He said it's very choppy, so it's gonna be like. Let's have a look. From here we go upstairs. Let's have a look upstairs, see what it's like. Luzzu Cruises. You can buy the tickets all along the front there. Oh, not bad up here. I might stay up here because there's a bit of a shade. Ooh. And as soon as I got off, I did a live going across. I came over from Valletta. You can take me out of there. Let's have 5 minutes. There's the ferry coming over, guys. Hey, you know, I did something. He told me 16 euros. I said, give me a good price. So if you book now, you can have it for 13. So try it, guys. I'm not telling you to try it, but maybe because it's a bit quiet. So if it was busy, you might not do it. There's the ferry coming in. Nice breeze. We're going to the 2 harbours, so probably the other harbour is the 3 cities. Let's have a look. Let's have 5 minutes. I'm gonna have something to drink. I've been walking like crazy. I did a little tour around the shops around Sliema, see if it's changed. Pretty well the same. Some big brands are coming in now, so watch that video. I'll show you all the shops around Sliema. We go right. British Home Stores is Matalan now, Marks and Spencer's, and just walk along the restaurants. There's a nice Italian I like to go to. Didn't have many people. I was tempted, but I'm trying to skip lunch, to tell you the truth. And as soon as I got, that was telling you that, as soon as I got off this ferry, I was doing a live, and somebody said, "Go and see Tony's bar." Anyway, I don't know what this is. Sightseeing Malta. This is the old. I've seen Luzzu. Luzzu is like a boat, a Maltese boat, but it's been going for many, even since from the 70s. Luzzu Cruises, I remember it. Anyway, I'm going to come back soon, guys, when it starts the engine. It's 2:30, it's going to start, and we're on 2:10. Let's see what happens. At least I'll show you a little bit of the cruise, play some music maybe if it's too windy. See what happens. I've never been on this cruise before. Some of the people are saying it's quite nice. You'll be able to see a lot of things. So back soon, guys. I can hear the hinge. That's the engine roaring. And we're Manuel Island in front of us. I don't know if they do some kind of commentary as we're going along. But we're going in the creek. Show you a little bit around. There's many fires. There's another one over there. Look, guys. There was a big one in the because everything is getting so dry and it's burning hot. If people are not careful with the cigarettes and these mortales fireworks, the bits and pieces that fall down into the bush, especially over Leeway, started off a big fire. Looks like there's one over there. Look, can you see it? We're going that way towards Msida now. Pieta. This is Sliema. Look, let me show you a little bit. We're going to leave the harbour now. Not many people on this. 16 euros. But I give him a bit of a talk and he gave me a bit of a discount. So I said, do you realise I'm Englishman in Malta? They're all foreigners along there. There's no Maltese at all. Anyway, that's Sliema.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our company company Luzzu Cruises. The captain and the crew would like to welcome you on board this Luzzu Cruises vessel throughout this traditional harbour cruise. As you know, during this cruise we shall be cruising around the two main harbours of Malta, namely the Marsamxetto harbour we are in, which has 4 creeks, and later we shall admire the Grand Harbour, which has 5 creeks. So, onto the right hand side is Manuel Island, formerly known as Bishop's Island, was renamed after the Portuguese Grandmaster Manuel, who was responsible for its fortifications. It was once a new island, but it is now being linked to the mainland by a stone bridge. In fact, it makes part of the sea route. It was also used to be the headquarters of the 10th submarine flotilla during the Second World War, and was named HMS Dunnet. Up to 1565, it was uninhabited except for a chapel dedicated to St. George, of which no trace now remains. Today, on Manuel Island, there is a small dockyard for maintenance and repairs of yachts. The dockyard has 9 stillways and can take yachts of up to 500 tons.
There is a bit of a commentary. This is Manuel Island, as you heard him talk about. There's many secret islands under the Manuel. Here it is, look, it's coming up. The Fort Manuel. Open on Sundays, so if you want to go over and have a look, you can have a walk around, and sometimes they do a enactment. I think it's every. Well, they were doing it before the COVID. They were doing it every 4th Sunday, so they bring sort of people in to do like enactment and dressed up in that sort of uniform and that. Anyway, there's the Bastille there. We're going to go round to see Fort Manuel. It's just around the corner here. You can just see the top of it now. This is the Bastille of Valletta. St. Paul's Cathedral there, right in front. President. It's the only cathedral, Protestant cathedral in Malta. You can go around there. There's Fort Manuel. You can just see it now. You can go inside it. It's very, very interesting. And actually, some of the, I think Pierre did it. Some of the YouTubers, Maltese YouTubers, went underneath in the tunnels. Quite interesting, the tunnels. I've never been under there. That fire is getting very big. How lovely and relaxing. I'm going to cut a little bit because I'm going to save the battery. Wow, how nice it is. Come on here, 16 euros, Luzzu ferry, Luzzu tour or whatever it's called. It's worth it, isn't it? There's Sliema. How nice from the back. Let me show you from the back. All the apartments. Many people like swimming and fishing on the side there. Fort Manuel. New boats out today, some sailing boats. Very peaceful, guys. This is a lovely cruise. Very easy going. Stop here as well to pick people up. I didn't know that. So they pick over here for somebody to pick up. This must be, what's this here? This is, tell me guys in the comments, this is a hotel. Is this the Excelsior? Well, they must, anyway, there's sleep. A few sail ships. We do a pick-up here as well. Let's carry on round. This is making me feel sleepy. Just gently rocking. Worth it though if you're going out for about, it's an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. Get to see, especially today, it's lovely with a beautiful, beautiful breeze. We're going to go all along now. think we're going to go to the three cities soon. So hang on, guys.
Option of the Maltese word "spiek," meaning fishing nets. Fishermen used to stretch their fishing nets to dry along the shore. That is how the town got its name. Most of the foreign embassies can be found here. You can spot some of the different embassies from their flags. Up to about 20 years ago, the area of Spiek was a very expensive area property-wise. In fact, some of the beautiful aristocratic houses you can see dates back to the 18th century. The 66-meter high Gothic steeple marks St. Paul's Anglican Cathedral, one of the oldest churches that we have in Malta. When Queen Adelaide, widow of King William IV of England, came to Malta, she found no Anglican cathedral. She, therefore, ordered and financed the building of this one. The church organ was brought to Malta from the cathedral in Chester, England. St. Paul's Cathedral is situated opposite the Auberge d'Aragon, built in the year 1571. The big dome behind it is the new dome of the Carmelite Friars, which was originally built in 1573. Cathedral, the National Museum of Fine Arts, the Manuel Theatre, Fort St. Elmo, the Grand Master's Palace, now used by the President of Malta, St. Paul's Anglican Cathedral, and the Auberges of the Nice. Fort St. Elmo. When viewed from here, this fort resembles a five-pointed star. It was built to the design of the Spanish engineer Pedro de Padro. The fort was originally built in the 15th century and later enlarged by the Knights of St. John. Fort St. Elmo bore the brunt of the first Turkish attacks during the Great Siege of 1565. It was also the first fort to be bombed by the enemy aircraft during the Second World War. One of its two small chapels is dedicated to St. Elmo, patron saint of seamen. Today this fort houses the War Museum and the Police Academy.
It's getting choppy here, guys. Fort St. Elmo, as he said, and the breakwater. Wow. Yeah, this is a bit choppy here. I wonder if we go through under the bridge. We have to go around the breakwater, I think. I don't know if it goes through there. I think you can't go through under there. We'll go around. Then we're on our way to the three cities. We're going to stick to the rock, I think, going round. I was thinking whether he's going to go in it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Grand Harbour. Grand Harbour is the longest and the most important harbour in Malta. It is also the largest natural harbour in the Mediterranean. It is a harbour built over 500 years ago for knights and grandmasters with bastions, forts and fortifications. 5 cities were built around the magnificent harbour: These are Valletta, Floriana, Senglea, Cospigua, and Vittoriosa, with a circumference of 9 miles and 6 creeks. The Grand Harbour resembles the palm of a hand with 5 fingers. Marsa Creek, French, Dockyard, Galley, Calcara, and Rinella Creeks.
I did this walk. I don't know if anybody will remember it. We come from the Mediterranean Conference Centre. Come down, look where those people are walking now. You can walk all along here. It's really interesting, over that blue bridge. And you come down to the breakwater. It's a nice walk. It's like a secret walk. There's not many people. You can see it's very quiet. Not many people know about it because when you walk down the stairs, you see it like almost finishing at these buildings here. So if you keep on walking, you come to this sort of plateau and keep walking up the stairs, and then you walk all over that blue bridge, and then you walk down to the breakwater. And if you come really wintry time, when it's really blowing, it's fantastic there. Now look at this tunnel here. I'm not sure if he's going to mention it. It's supposed to be the entry into Valletta. Now many people don't believe it, and it's blocked off because I've seen some canoes. In fact, a couple of YouTubers have been inside there.
The long building
I was going to
above
tell you now.
fortified walls with green doorways
I
and
was
a
going to tell
very long balcony was the Hospital of the Knights, known as the Knights Hall and later
now it's
as
a
the
conference
Sacred
centre.
Infirmary. It was built in 1575 by an unknown architect and is believed to the longest unsupported ceiling in Europe, which is 153 meters long. It could accommodate 2,000 patients in times of emergency. Nowadays it has been converted into the Mediterranean Conference Centre. Above the fortification walls again, further along the bastions, you can see some arches, which make part of the lower Barranca Gardens. Here we have a monument dedicated to Sir Alexander Hall, who did so much to aid the Maltese in their uprising against the French. In front of these gardens, you can see a monument with a bell inside. This was built to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the George Cross. It was commemorated by Queen Elizabeth in May 1992.
Look at that cave, guys, inside. That's supposed to be connected under Valletta, but I think it's blocked off now. Somebody's having a party over there. Copyright music, cut. A lot of cracks underneath the bell.
Harbour and the three old cities. These gardens used to be the place where the Italian knights came to practice. In the 18th century, they were transformed as gardens for the public. Along the shore is the old customs house. That's the building with green doors and windows. Attached to the upper Barranca Gardens coming into view, you can see the other side of the ditch, which separates Valletta from its suburb, Floriana.
We've got a super yachting, guys. That's beautiful. A big one. This is a cruise ship. We're in the Valletta waterfront.
Meaning the harbour. We have several other harbours in Malta and in Europe bearing this name, For instance, in Malta we have the Marsa Mshetto Harbour, the one we visited before. South side there is Marsa Xlok and Marsa Scala. Gozo there is Marsa al Forn. In Sicily there is Marsala, and in France there is Marseille. used to store their ammunition during the Second World War. In fact, there is a tunnel from here that keeps going right to Birzabuja on the south side of Malta. Today it is used as a pipeline. entering into French Creek, known as such because it was here that Napoleon set anchorage in 1798 on the excuse of needing freshwater supplies. By that time, the Order of St. John had become weak and put up hardly resistance. In fact, the French took over and ruled Malta for 2 years and 2 months. In 1938, the number of ships comprising the British Mediterranean fleet was around 50, and during the war years, the number of dockyard workers reached the figure of 2,000. The dockyard was, of course, repeatedly attacked by Axis aircraft. The Royal Navy relinquished the dockyard in 1959, and the dry docks are now run by the civil government on commercial lines. It was also here that the aircraft carrier HMS Illustrious fought air arrest vessel for survival on the 16th and 19th of January 1941, renewed the thermal attacks by 100 enemy aircraft were made on the Illustrious, which was again hit. Thanks to the island's anti-aircraft gunners and the skill of the dockyard workers, Illustrious survived. Surrounded by the three old cities. On to the right is the city of Senglia, also known to the locals as Isla. Coming to our left is the city of Vittoriosa, also known as Birgu, and deep in the creek in the middle is the third city of Cospiqua, also known as formula. Proudly in command of the Grand Harbour, Fort St. Angelo is perhaps the most famous fort in Malta. Its history is as old as the history of the island. The site of a Phoenician and later a Roman temple, fortified by the Arabs, the Normans and the Spaniards, Fort St. Angelo was the headquarters of the Order of St. John from 1530 until 1576 and was the bedrock of the knightly defense in the Great Siege of 1565. The waste was garrisoned by the British Army for 100 years and by the Royal Navy since 1903. It was the headquarters of the British Mediterranean Fleet until 1978. After the year 1576, the fort became the state prison of the order, and in 1581 Grand Master de la Cassier was kept as a prisoner there by the knights. Also, the famous artist Caravaggio was imprisoned here because he had offended one of the highest knights. Many of those who died in the Great Siege of 1565 are buried in the castle of St. Angelo. Nowadays, this fort is rented to the Knights of St. John for another 100 years. It was rented to them in February in the year 2000. Also, at the very top of the fort, you can see a balcony. This is from where the Grand Masters used to salute the knights. By Grand Master Derowan in 1781. It was the last military work built by the knights. At that time there was a small chapel in the fort dedicated to Our Lady, and all boats had the order before entering or leaving the harbour to recite the prayer Hail Mary. The first words in the prayer are Slim Alik Maria. That is how the town of Sliema got its name.
We arrived, guys. It's all over. Back to Sliema. Hey, wasn't that fantastic for 16 euros? Obviously I didn't, it's an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. I didn't film it all, but it was really good. Let's have a go. We go. Ooh. It didn't come down, the rain. I was expecting the rain to come. Anyway guys, don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed it. Luzzu to Harbour cruise. It was very good, 16 euros, worth it. Goes every hour or something like that. But you'll see if you walk along the front, there's got loads of people trying to sell you the ticket. But I'm not sure if you come here, maybe you get a bit cheaper. Bye everybody, see you soon.